Just like we have special formulas for certain multiplications, we also have some special factorizations that we can use to make things a little bit easier. The first, a squared minus b squared, factors into a plus b, a minus b. The next one, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is a plus b squared. If I change that middle sign to a minus, I then have a minus b squared. These two right here are definitely the hardest two to recognize. The other two, a cubed plus b cubed, factors into a plus b, times a squared minus ab plus b squared. And on the left, if I make that a minus instead of a plus, a cubed minus b cubed, this becomes a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. So getting the signs can be a little bit tricky. The first sign is always the same, the second is the opposite, and then the third is always positive. So let's look at using these formulas. 9x squared minus 49. This was in our first form, our a squared minus b squared. The formula said a squared minus b squared is a plus b, a minus b. So here, I would have 3x plus 7 and 3x minus 7. The next example, x squared plus 8x plus 16. So these are the ones that are the hardest to recognize, the perfect squares. And the key is to realize that this number right here is a perfect square. It is 4 squared. So this said x squared, or rather, sorry, this formula said a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is a plus b squared. So when I factor this, in this case my a is x and my b is 4, since 4 squared is 16. My next one, 9x squared minus 6xy plus y squared. This is very similar to our last example. The number in front of x squared is a perfect square, and the number in front of y squared is a perfect square. The only difference is I have a minus sign in the middle this time. So this time I have a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So that'll make this a minus b squared. 3x squared would give me 9x squared, minus, in this case, b is just y. My next one, 8x cubed minus 27. So this is our cubic formula, and the cubic formula stated a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. And with the cubes, I find it a little bit easier to go ahead and write out what a and b is. 2 cubed is equal to 8, so I would have 2x for a, and b would be equal to 3, since 3 cubed is 27. So when I factor this, 2x minus 3, 2 squared is 4, 2x times 3 is 6x, and then 3 squared is 9. For the last example here, x to the 6th plus 1. In this case, I still am using my cubic formula, although this time it has a plus sign, a cubed plus b cubed. That's going to be a plus b, a squared minus ab, plus b squared. We can see that b is going to be equal to 1, and then a is actually going to be equal to x squared, since x squared cubed is equal to 6. That tells me that this is x squared plus 1. x squared squared is x to the 4th. 1 times x squared, and then 1 squared.